Hello and welcome back, everyone. This is Marduk the Gamer, and this is Space Engineers Road to 10,000 Hours, Episode 11. It's been an interesting 2 weeks, or I guess 3 weeks, actually. But, it is finally time. At the end of this episode, I'm going to be selling off all that magnesium powder. But before then, we're going to go ahead and finish up pretty much Mark 1 of the Mobile Refinery. And then next week I'm going to fix the solar panels and then take it for a test drive. So, let's get some more magnesium. Alright, the magnesium is in the refinery and it is cooking away. But I need some more iron in order to finish up the various machines. And instead of going and mining it and then refining it, because I want the refineries to focus on the magnesium, I'm just going to go buy the iron. And then, of course, I get another one of these little Cybertronic Fidos coming after me. Alright. Oh, that's real sneaky. He went into the safe zone. He thought that would make him safe. By the way, you can't shoot a weapon in the safe zone. FYI. I know it gives a warning and everything, but some people may not find that obvious enough. Anyways, I get the components, and now it's time to build. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 5x5 wheels on here, the off-road wheels. And I want this thing to be relatively aesthetically pleasing, but it's also a workhorse. So it doesn't have to actually look great. It just has to function. So I'm putting on, I've only got a single block for the spine. A little dangerous. But now I'm going to put out the wheels. And I want this thing to be relatively wide and low to the ground, especially with that giant solar array that I still need to fix. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the wheels on. Alright, the wheels have been designed at the very least. I still need to put all the components in and get them ready to go. And now I'm trying to attach these engines. I know I had done the math calculations to run one engine. And I just attached 4 because it had such a similar construction to what I had for the refineries. And I think I'm going to need to go in and change that because there's no way, based on this system, I would be able to power any of those for very long. I think maybe maybe I had some hope that because I have this giant tank on there, I could just fill up the whole tank and then run the engines for a while. Uh, not that, not that I really even need that much, because I'm gonna put on a second assembler, so that's only about 240 to 280 kilowatts, and then the 4 refineries is 75 times 4. I think we had already done the math on this before. That's oh man, my brain. 28 plus 2 is 300. So I could reasonably run this thing off of 2 hydrogen engines and then just have the 4 generators powering, 4 generators producing fuel, and the 4 generators are supported by the passive solar panels. So I think I am gonna have to go in probably on Monday and remove those so that this power setup actually makes sense. Yeah. And I've got the, I don't even know about this front either. See, it does not look aesthetically pleasing. So it keeps on tripping me up. But I think there's going to be some adjustments, especially as I fix up the solar array. But I'm going to go ahead and build up all these components, and I will see you afterwards. All right. It's getting towards evening in game, and that's actually a really bad thing for me because this valley is pretty much in the direct line of occlusion. Would that be the right word? For the sun. So that massive solar array I built is currently kind of useless. But I go ahead and continue to build up all of my machines on the rover. See, I'm watching this and I'm thinking, that is too many engines. I'm not going to be able to power it all. I'm not going to be able to power it effectively. So I'm going to have to come up with some sort of intermediate to help. I don't, or here's the other part, I don't necessarily need as many engines as I've put on there. I can run the 4 refineries and an additional assembler for under 1,000 kilowatts. And so with the solar array, I should be pretty good. But I think I'm going to have to go ahead and make some sort of like refueling vehicle whose entire job is to come to this area and pick up more hydrogen fuel for any vehicles I need. Or I could have something that just sits here and charges batteries. That's another option. I don't really like that option either. So I'm going to have to come up with some sort of design plan to make that all work. But slowly before I turn off all the engines, I am building up a little bit of power, not very much. The main goal of this thing is to get enough fuel from the solar array to keep this thing kind of even. Yeah, I don't think I'm there yet. Because four of the hydrogen generators is more than enough to take care of one hydrogen engine. But it's not enough to run 2. Because for 2 of them, I'm going to need 20 liters per second of fuel consumption. And then 4 generators with the current mods installed is only a little over 12 liters of hydrogen produced per second. So that's a pretty big gap. And having the tank, if the tank is full, that buys me a lot of time. But I gotta fill the tank. And I gotta also not draw so much power that I can actually fill the tanks, which is kind of the hope, is that I won't be assembling all the time. But thinking about it more practically and more in the moment, I am assembling pretty much all the time. And I'm refining magnesium because I've got a quest, but later I'll be refining something else pretty much all the time. So I may have to do a pretty harsh redesign before I even get the Mark I on the ground. Yeah. I'm almost to fulfilling this quest. I just need about another 3 or so magnesium powders, another 3 or so kilograms. But I bought that iron, I've turned it into components, but I am still short on a few things. And when I go to check my storage, I am still short. So I am going to need to actually build stuff. Yeah, I double checked to make sure that it's actually pulling the right stuff. And yeah, I don't have enough iron. I could sit here and babysit a disassembler in order to get the iron necessary to finish this off. It's just easier to go for a mining ride. And if I go for a mining ride, then I can show you all how the boulder looks. The boulder is running out of iron. So I'm going to have to go to another iron boulder and set that up as my main material boulder. Or at least that's one idea. The other thing is, if I can get that last 3 magnesium powder and sell that, I'll have the 4 million credits necessary to basically buy all of the 9 megagrams of iron chilling inside the trade station. But first, let's mine some iron. right. Mining trip took just long enough. I have 124 kilograms of magnesium powder. It's taken quite a bit. Accepted contracts. Click it. I have enough. Finish. Character inventory. Wha-bam! 4.9 million credits. I gotta do a little happy dance. I try to shoot my rifle in a safe zone. It doesn't fire. I know. Cringe. Still kind of fun though. Still kind of fun though. But did it. It only took about 2 weeks. Oh man, to actually get it all set up. But now I can go ahead and buy all of it, right? Oh, not enough space. So it's actually going to take me multiple trips to get all of the iron out of here. But that's okay. With that much iron, I should be pretty good. But that is something I can do in like the future, is have my mobile refinery working someplace and then just drive the rover over here and pick up a crap ton of iron. Did you see how much the tires decompressed when I put all those ingots in there? I put in a couple megagrams of ingots and suddenly the whole vehicle is just like oh man. But that's not enough. I've got 4 million credits. I'm gonna get all of it because I don't want this thing resetting before I've had my chance. But there we go. I was thinking about getting the silver, especially since it was on a discount. It could allow me to build a new survival kit if I get enough. That's 3 medical kits. I forget how much silver they are a piece, but I could definitely do it. It would be pretty cool. But nah. That's gonna be all she wrote for today. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it in. Monday will be episode 12. But yeah, I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Have some fun. Try to enjoy the heat. It's pretty rough here out in the Midwest. But like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment about how much of a doofus I am for messing up the hinges on the solar array. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next week. Cheers.